Did you watch that 20? The other one I did? Did you watch the other one I did at all?
Yeah, I did.
How'd it come out?
Really good. My favorite part was when you talked about when you were hanging out with all gang members, and you told them to go pick up that lettuce outside of that salad, and at first they didn't want to, and then next thing you know, they was all fighting over who was gonna go pick it. And the spider part was funny too.
Yeah. How about that sentimental shit? How'd that come out?
Good. Yeah.
Oh, look at me trying to lean in. Ah. Okay.
Wait.
At this little air traffic area, if that manages to happen, I'll probably just I'll lean in on that shit, so we just got some. And this is for you, Dow. I mean, let me chill back out.
Let me lean back.
Yeah, the lady I went in hard with the district thing, all that, you know, and she's like probably 50 or so. And so after I went in hard on her, all, you know, ugly in the morning, fucking bitch, I was like, she's trying to calm me down, and I'm like, okay, sweetie. And she's like, excuse me, but don't call me sweetie. And I'm like, okay, ma'am, I see you trying to regulate my energy. You know what I mean? It just... And so did you feel that? Because I know that's what you're trying to contain in there now. Now you're trying to contain it. You will not contain my energy. So what you feel is like an uncle to them kids. And because of this energy you're feeling, they feel safe. They feel protected. They feel calm, right? So don't ask me to give up on that energy. Give into it. Get out the way of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, so I finished the day with her. We all got circled back and got everything right, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you really know how to put together an outfit. Look at you, from your ears to your toes. And I got all the other girls admiring her outfit, you know what I mean? Sent her home just feeling wonderful. Like, I'm going to see about getting you and your girls a place. It's that deal, man. Push them on their heels, or even straight knock them out, and then pick them back up. You know what I mean? And what happened? A powerful transformative energy. What does it look like? Motherfucker, here. How's my frame? Let me know.
Whenever you were.
I'm good. Is it rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've been rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell you because I like capturing some of that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Action.
Ready? Action, baby.
All right, so here, real action. This one's for the people in Watts, and overall, just trying to get you guys to, or people to understand who and what I've been and am doing. So I've been in Watts 6 years. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Pincus, and I usually introduce myself as an urban sustainability activist. Let me say urban sustainability activist, and been that my whole adult life. So I guess, you claim stuff and you have to own it. So I've dibbled and I've dabbled, and in Watts I've rooted in that mindset. And the most important thing is, I think the majority of my time in Watts has been more of an urban sustainability advocate, and trying very hard to become an activist. So I recently had this explanation of love, that the entry level of love is respect. That there's deep, passionate love, but respect is an act of love. And without respect, this is in Watts, respect, and me, respect to Watts. I love Watts because I respect Watts, and I respect the people in Watts. And more importantly, because I feel that God put me in Watts to make sure that the people, to whatever level I can do, are respected and loved, and get equity out of what's going on in Watts instead of displacement. And to those people, like the mother of my daughters and my daughters that have been displaced already out of Watts, and I'm trying like everything I can to get them back. And people that have even had to leave 10 years earlier than now, that 20 years earlier than now, that had lived in Watts. It's time to come back as this community develops. And I'm talking specifically to the African American folks that had lived in Watts, and especially around the Jordan Down projects that have left. And if any of you that are getting this video didn't know, to the lead contamination that was adjacent to the Jordan Down projects, and the cleanup, and now the Jordan Down projects that are being developed on top of that, you need to become aware of that. That's the starting point of all this development now coming in to Watts. And they're going to develop throughout all the projects. They're all coming down, and they're going to develop all of Watts. And who should reap the benefit of that? And I believe the people that had lived there when those situations were horrible, and even from what now I see and understand, that some of the conditions that people were suffering from, that they labeled them as psychopaths or killers or unfixable, that they were toxically exposed. How does that math line up? Maybe there's a lot that we missed, and I believe a horrible amount we missed. So I have friends that I've made since I've been in Watts that were born and raised in those projects. So I'm speaking from real physical contact now. It took me years to create these relationships and be here. So let me move forward and stay out of the history and talk about what's going on now and what I'm trying to do in Watts. As an urban sustainability activist, the only thing I could understand to do was to create a consulting business. So I created a consulting business, and I've done no business. VEDC, thanks for the $3,000, $15 an hour consulting business. That's my one paycheck as a consultant. Community Healing Gardens, thanks for the labor pay, even though I had to buffer the pay system because you guys didn't know how to deal with the community. Our Foods, boy, I don't even know how to address you guys, but to the little ends and to the support and to the passion that at least you presented and then vacated, I thank you. So these have been my pieces of earning, besides building gym equipment, hanging Christmas tree lights. So nobody owns me, is my point. And I haven't tried to create an income or a job or anything, so nobody can take anything from me. For those people that feel that maybe they have those positions and powers. And in all of that, I was shown an early vision of this thing, what I call a grow box. And I have an 8-minute video that we can attach or you can ask for that explains the thing better. But it's basically just developing a sustainable community in Watts based on partnerships with people that have 20 plus years of experience in urban sustainability parts, and bringing the social equity aspect into this, and creating business and business development, and in Watts, business hubs. my first focus was a urban ag hub. So I've been working kind of hard at that, trying to get partners involved with that. Had got actually $250,000 worth of vertical grow towers donated to Watts. And our foods, they're trying to steal them or not give them to us, or some funny business. So we could use some support on getting them straight on that and making sure that all them towers get put up in Watts. And creating a social enterprise. So now with the TCC grant coming to be on top of the development, and I've been talking to the gang task force for some time about having an offshoot of a sustainability task force, and I'm praying, and I've been working with Reverend JJ, and it sounds like maybe some pieces that are going to actually come together. And in conjunction with that, I think the vital thing that Watts needs to create for itself right now is a urban ag gardening cooperative to maintain all its own community garden spaces and manage that stuff and create its job force development through those mechanisms. And I have a social enterprise all ready to go, that all bodies, all parties, just some focus. And in that, what we can do with the gardening cooperative can actually create where they'll have jobs that are a business in Watts. And then a little secret sauce on that is let's create a cooperative business. So instead of having one owner and all the other workers, that we own the businesses universally. There's cooperative business structures now, like in Spain, and some experts that enlighten me to these things that are really anxious to be able to work in Watts. A whole community, 80,000 people that have nothing but cooperative businesses. So this model is not, there's the rich and the poor. This model is that everybody's equal in equity. So Watts is going to transform no matter what. They're all there, and they've got a 20-year plan on Watts, and they're executing their plan. They have a lot of, and they being the owners, and I guess us being the ones that aren't owning. So they that are coming in with their monies, and if we're not becoming them, then who are we? So anyway, the point being, they have a plan, and even in that plan, there's people I've met personally, all the way from housing authority to the commercial developers to the residential developers. They all have beautiful hearts and souls, and they want to see something beautiful happen in Watts. They all want that. And now there's the way we've always done things, and there's the way maybe we can do things, and then there's a disruptive feeling of when we do what seemed impossible. And that's what I believe can happen in Watts, just because of the heart and soul and the time and the place. So this is my reason for being in Watts. This is what I'm pushing at in Watts. And this is a preempt and an agreement that I made with my friend LeBron here that brought the camera, and has got a film coming together to be in Watts. And the only way I'm going to do the film and do it with him, and to his agreement, is that we're going to create a multimedia partnership. We're going to have our own multimedia cooperative, and that multimedia cooperative will be in partnership with his film people, and that's how we'll produce this film. So in that, I'm in the midst right now. Let's build a multimedia film cooperative. All hands on deck. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. That was some language that doesn't even fit in Watts, but I'm sorry. I'm just Pinkus, lost in Watts. All right, I love you all.